person or a colleague or a peer or a child or a significant other or a team that you're working with and it's not going as smoothly as you want it to. It's a little rough, it's a little rugged. But it's something that I've seen make huge difference in people's lives as well as organizations. What I am talking to you about is conversational capacity. And in the next 60 minutes, I'm going to share with you an awareness, a mindset, and a skill set that will help you have more robust, candid, curious, rigorous conversations, especially when the heat is on. You know, when most people think of running a business or making a business successful, they think of things like a marketing strategy, your P&L statement, accounting, business strategy, business development, client satisfaction, human resources, systems and efforts, the legalities, compliance. All of those are extremely important perspectives when you're looking at a company or a business. What's interesting is the way to get to the most successful of those systems is through the conversations you're having with others to get there. Conversational capacity is a foundational yet often overlooked competency. So that's why I'm sharing it today. Now, what is it? Conversational capacity, think of the yin and yang of a conversation. I call it the sweet spot. The middle part of the conversation is right here. This is where you've got a balance. Am I making you nervous? I just walked down the stairs. I'm coming close. It's a balance between candor and curiosity. That's where you want to have the conversation, the yin and the yang of dialogue. Fight or flight instinct is something that is about all of us. Fight or flight instinct was a very handy gadget when we were fighting saber-toothed tigers. And what happens is your defenses go up. Your brain floods with cortisol. And all of a sudden your focus is on two things, two very small things. I need to run like the wind to get away from that saber-tooth, or I need to get my spears and my rocks and fight it. Fight or flight instinct. So, and we all have this. It's a knee-jerk instinct. It's how we do. It's how we're built. Now that used to be handy. Picture yourself in a board meeting, and all of a sudden you get on the defense. Are you going to get up and run out of the room? You could, but you'd probably lose some credibility in doing so. On the other side, when you're looking at fight, someone gets you on the defense, and you just happen to have a bag of rocks and rotten tomatoes sitting next to you. You want to take them out and stop whipping them at people's heads? Again, you could, but you'd probably harm your credibility, and that would end up in jail. Fight or flight, it's a very real instinct. Now let me ask you a question. Give me some examples of when you've seen people, not you of course, but others, minimizing in meetings. What are some of the behaviors that you see out of people that minimize? Something gets heated up, and I'm going into fight mode. Fight. I need to win or be right. Those are the only two options. I need to win or be right. What are some behaviors that you've seen of people in win mode? They raise their voices. They do. They get very loud. What else? They what? They brag. You know, I know what I'm talking about. Apparently you don't. So if you need me to explain it again, I will. Beautiful. What else? They make their bodies bigger. They do. It's like you're facing a bear. They might lean in. They might stand up. Beautiful examples. Thank you. The mindset is around 3 key perspectives that you need to think about. The first is you want to make an informed choice. Think about that target individual or team or colleague or peer or significant other that you thought of earlier. The next time you go into a conversation with them, your mind has to be thinking, I want to make the most informed choice possible. Much easier said than done. Much easier said than done. Because your ego has an informed choice, and pulling different perspectives means there's no room for your ego. You need to check it at the door. because you need to want to hear what other people have to say. You need to want to hear what other people have to think. And changing your mindset is really hard. It's really hard. So Craig's got a story about informed choices, and I love this because it also ties to that joint control and commitment. When he was in grade school, his parents came to the school, scooped him up, brought him to the orthodontist, and slapped some braces on him. He didn't know anything about it. Nothing about it. So he was pissed. So as they're leaving the orthodontist office, the orthodontist hands him this list of paper that says, here's everything you don't eat. Well, the orthodontist did his job, his parents did his job. Craig's like, fantastic, everything I'm going to eat. So apples, check. Corn nuts, check. Caramel, check. Gum, check. Daily basis. Check, check, check. Anything that can destroy my braces, I am a part of that. Never wore his retainer, never used the rubber bands. So that commitment, because there was no informed choice, there was no dialogue. Craig is a 50-year-old man with crooked teeth today. Has anybody ever gotten a really bad present? Any bad presents? Okay, so golfing. You know, I just learned how to do this 2 weeks ago. For my 8th grade graduation, I think I'm getting, now I'm aging myself here, I wanted a boombox. Everybody else wanted a boombox. I wanted a boombox. I got a pair of golf clubs. Not a pair, a set. There was a set of golf clubs. And I'm scratching my hands. I'm like, I've never even done mini golf. I've shown no interest in golf my entire life. I'm 13 going, what? Okay, that was three decades ago. It took me 30 years to actually pick up golf clubs. No commitment to those golf clubs, zero. Now, I found out in my 20s what my mother said was, well, I like to play golf, and I just had this vision of me and one of my daughters playing golf someday. It was adorable. That set of filters that she has, that's what it was about. It didn't matter about me. She wanted me to play golf with her. It's truly a lovely sentiment. But think about that. There is no control or commitment because it wasn't an informed choice. I'm making the choice for you. I've got a dear friend named Amy. I've known her since I was 5. 2 years ago, her husband got her what he thought was the best Christmas present ever. He was so excited. He got her a vacuum cleaner for upstairs. He got her a vacuum cleaner for downstairs. And then he got her a nice portable vacuum cleaner for the stairs in between. You know this isn't going to end well, right? So Amy opens, and Scott's like, Amy opens the first vacuum cleaner, and she's like, oh, thanks. Amy opens the second vacuum cleaner, and there's just a little tear that's rolling down her face. Scott's going, oh, crap. Amy opens the third vacuum cleaner and just goes sobbing, running, and crying into the bedroom. You don't think of me as a partner, you think I'm your housekeeper. So sad. There's great news about this story. One is Amy's birthday is January 1st, and she got a beautiful pair of diamond earrings for her birthday. The moral of the story is more for the gentleman in the audience. Buy her diamonds. Do not buy her a blender. Do not buy her a vacuum cleaner. Buy her diamonds. So when you look at that mindset, if you're not committed to it, you're not going to do anything about it. You're not committed, you're not going to do anything about it. That's the skill set. It's much more like avant-garde jazz than it is a symphony. Free-form jazz, right? You listen to what's not being played, and then you play it. Every single person in this room has a whole different set of filters and characteristics that make you unique, that help you add value to a conversation that no one can do in the same way. I'd like you to look at those characteristics of you as a personal gift that you can give to others if you are candid and if you are courageous with those gifts.